business, so take it on.
When I was in a room, we got the pleasure of hearing John C. Maxwell. One of the most impactful things he said to me that really has been eating me every single day is, the road to success is uphill all the way. All the way. You have to work harder to get to 5-star, 5 times harder than you get to ambassador. So many people get to ambassador and like, I've got the jacket, I've got the bonus, I've got the title. Now you're cheering on your team. That will never get you there. You guys, you can't leave your legacy up to the hope that someone on your team is as motivated as you are. It is your business, it is your 5-star, it is your legacy. You need to get into that team every single day. You need to be the one not bathing for 3 days. You need to be the one on the phones every single day, opening your month, closing the month. This is your legacy. If you want to be in the top 1%, if you want to be on this list, it's up to you. All you have to do is put yourself there. You do the same thing as all these people do, and you will be there on this list if it's your choice.
Woo! Brace yourself, guys, for what I'm about to say. Lose all the idiots from your life. Okay? They're negative and they're blah, what's that shape thing? It's not going to work, whatever. Lose them. And work ethic is really, really important. You don't get here from doing an hour a day. You get here from doing it 20 a day.
Well, you guys treat this as it really is, a multi-million-dollar business. And you know what, this just is one element of proof. But if you look at the value that you have behind this as a distributor, as a promoter, over 400 employees working for you, the best streamlined, proven system for a solution to what everyone's looking for. Have that appear, treat it like the million-dollar business that it is, and just go for it.
And I'll just add to that you got to stay really consistent. All we ever did when we first started was we started having challenge parties. And so what these guys now brought out to get everybody back on message and applying exactly what we should have been doing before, but now there's even greater incentives. If you just do that really, really consistently and make sure your entire team knows the message. It's your job to make sure that they do, and everybody can do it.
1.1. Holy shakes!
Holy shakes.
I will reiterate what Tamara said about work ethic and working harder. You will never change your life until you change what you do daily. You will never change your life until you change what you do daily. You have to talk to more people. You have to make more calls. You have to be in more living rooms. You have to host more challenge parties. You have to do more 3-way calls. You have to get more people across the finish line. You have to experience more personal failure in order to change your life. So start doing it every single day, and you will, holy cow, 1.1, that's crazy. From 30 grand a year to this, it's incredible. Thank you, Visalus.
Everything that Rachel just said, right, was exactly what I was going to say. But also what I'm going to say is, if somebody says no, who freaking cares? Who cares? Do not hang on to the no's. Go after the yeses. Somebody says no, say next. You'll know when you're ready to get healthy.
There's a game we played as a kid called Follow the Leader. And one thing that Ron and I did from day one is we sat down with Ryan, Nick, and Blake, and we said, what do we need to do? And they said, catch us, pretty much. And so what we decided to do is take on the mantra that no one on our team is going to outwork us, do more challenge parties, fly more planes, close out more challenge parties, put in more customers than us. Make that decision. You guys become that person that people want to follow.
Realize that you need to continue to be a student always, but also realize that you are the leaders, and you also need to lead and be the teachers. So sell out, absolutely sell out to the message, sell out to your teams, stay committed, make those commitments, and absolutely go after it with your team as they are your family. When you have committed to them and you believe in them the way that they believe in you, then everything will just line itself just perfectly. Go ahead, baby.
You own it. I think that, guys, here's what I would say. This year, like
we're talking about this year. The question is, if you want to really enhance your business, you want to get up here, and you want to make a dent in getting up here this year, you got to forget about the past. Absolutely dump it. Because nothing matters. Today is a new day. Today is a new day. Nothing matters what happened yesterday. You can't certainly control what happens tomorrow, but you can absolutely control what you do right now, what you do today. The information you're getting through your ears right now can have a very profound impact on what happens for the rest of this year for you. What you do with the information that comes out of this weekend is going to have an absolute tremendous, potentially tremendous impact on your family, on your future, on your finances, as long as you take it out there and you do something positive with it. Forget about yesterday. Today is a new day. Let's make it happen. Thanks.
First thing I'm going to say is y'all see all these numbers up here. Understand none of us on stage did this. This is an amazing team that we're working with, and each and every one of y'all, give yourselves a hand real quick. I said earlier that this is just like I felt back in February of 2010. So I'm going to share with you exactly what I shared in 2010, the second challenge party I did in a damn snowstorm in North Carolina. Anybody that knows me knows I hate snow. I had 6 people follow me out into this frozen place outside, and they said, Kyle, what do we do? And I said this is your shot. This is your once in a lifetime. It's not going to happen again. Put your head down and don't pick it up until it's done. So I'm telling each of you, don't do this start-stop crap because you're never going to get here. You've got to put your head down and you don't stop till it's done.
Yeah!
Hi guys, so one of the biggest things for us is just take time to know your team. Take time to know the people in your team and what their goals are and what they want. And not necessarily what we want for them, but what they want, no matter how big or no matter how small or how big. And you'll go from there.
Absolutely. Don't stop at yourself. You know, your first goal that you get into when you join the Visalus, you have your goals. And once you achieve those goals, you know, sometimes it's easy to stop there. But at that point in time, what we need to do is put our team first. And always be looking to help your organization, always be looking to help your team get what they want out of the business. The biggest thing that I learned is, you know, remove your upline as quickly as you can. Secondly, remove yourself from the business as quickly as you can. And what I mean by that is look down into your organization, look down into your team, just as Jennifer said, and really and truly figure out what your organization wants to get out of this business. If their goal is to hit ambassador, help them get that. If their goal is to hit 3 for free, help them get that as well. Guys, you'll never be a top money earner until you 100% learn to sell out every single day for your organization, for your team, for your family members, and really and truly help those individuals in your team get what they want out of this business. Thank you.
Number 1, drinks around these guys this weekend. Number 2, Tony and Rhonda, how could you let the Craigs beat you by $14,000? Number 3, Kyle, is Jason going to beat you by $27,000 next year? You were one transformation kid away from beating Jason this year. All I want to do is I'm going to say thank you to anybody that impacted this monthly income. Ashley's going to go over some tips for you, so thank you very much to any of you guys that went out there and built your business. And the only thing I can say for all these people is all of these incomes are a reflection of the amount of successful entrepreneurs that these people have created and the amount of transformations that they've created in people's bodies. And if you want one of these incomes, it is a direct reflection of the incomes you create in the leaders of your team.
The first thing that I want to say on behalf of all of us on the stage is that we absolutely recognize that there are people in this room who don't want to be in the top 31 or the top 10, and guess what? That is okay. That's what I want to say first. The next thing I want to say is I spent a little bit of time writing down, I believe, 5 things that are imperative if you do want to become one of the top 31. You must put your company first. Visalus comes first, your team comes second, and guess who comes last? You. Company, team, and then you. Number 2, you have to outwork your team. Do more challenge parties, do more contests, do more calls until you are literally hoarse at the end of the month. And if you're not hoarse, it's because somebody on your team has outworked you. I truly believe that. Number 3, ask for the least and do the most. And when I wrote down this list, I thought about these people behind me when I wrote this down. And like every single one of them up here has asked the founders, the company, us for the least, and they've always done the most. Thank you guys. Invest a huge percent of your earnings back into your team. John C. Maxwell said it best to all of us at Aruba. He said, guys, it's just money. You can't die. When you die, what are you going to do? You can't, have it buried all around you in your coffin, right? Give it away. Do something bigger with your money than hoard it, right? The last thing is, you gotta live for this. You gotta love this. This has to be your heart and your soul and your passion. And you have to really, really, really love your people and your team. I really love every single one of you guys and all of the sacrifice and everything that you do. I truly, truly love you. The last piece of this, and I told myself I wasn't going to preach, but I feel like I need to share this with you guys. There was a sermon that I heard a couple of years ago from Andy Stanley in Atlanta, Georgia, and he said, we are just stewards of God's money. And as quick as you make it is as quick as you can lose it. But I promise you this, if you live every day knowing that there's other people out there that need it more than you do, and you give freely of your money, I believe that He gives those the most who He trusts with it the most, to give back to others. I truly, truly, truly believe that. Nick and I gave $1 million this year of that money back to young entrepreneurs because that's our passion and that's what we believe in. And that's what matters, guys. Not the stuff, not the name brands, not the cars, not the houses. What really matters are the people that you give it back to, and that's what making money is all about, is that feeling right there. So that's what you need to work for.